This is a reading about letting go of all of the fears that hold you back, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. I don't normally pick this up from this card, which is normally about options, but to me, in this spread, this is you thinking about all the things that could go wrong in a relationship, or the things that might not work for you, and looking at them all, and maybe there are a couple of good things in the mix and some negative things in the mix, and you're sort of wondering, well, there's a snake up there, is that so great? And it's contemplating the kind of totality of someone, all of their positive and negative traits maybe, or the elements that are actually kind of holding you back. This is somebody that you really do gel with. You're on the same vibe. You've kind of everything seems quite smooth between the two of you, but you are looking at all of these different bits and trying to make a decision. In fact, you're finding it very hard to make a decision. You feel a bit frozen maybe, but you do realize that you need to change. You need to change this aspect of yourself. And what you need to do, according to this reading, is really take the time to reflect on what's important to you and distill that down to its very essence, so that you're not focusing on petty kind of things that actually are not important in the great scheme of things. It's about looking at what is important and really distilling that down to the essence. I mean, there does look to be a beautiful sort of romance here and romantic times ahead. But here you are trying to balance, trying to juggle. You may be caught between two people. There seems to be a lot to tidy up, or this has been a struggle for you for some time, but this is the end of that struggle now. The 10 is just where it peaks, and then it's done. And you really do, you have to make some decisions here. You have to know your own mind. You have to use your logic, and you have to be fair and weigh things up fairly here. You do seem worried about the prospect of getting your heart broken with the Jack and Diane card. You are the water carrier here. I'm really looking at the striving for balance more than anything, which is the Justice card too. So whatever fears you have, try and balance them with like dismissing those fears and go, well, that's nothing. I can deal with that. Because you are really being called here to explore unknown territory within yourself. And that is kind of knowing that you are feeling fear and examining it as you're feeling it and wondering how you can dismiss it or turn it into adrenaline excitement rather than fear. Just be curious about what might happen. Treat it like a grand experiment. That seems to be the message. Let's see what else. No, energies to lean away from and energies to lean towards. Again, Queen of Cups, this happened in the last reading. In reverse, don't be needy. Lean away from being oversensitive. Try and just go with the flow. Try and remember how solid and strong you are in your own emotions. Ground yourself in your own emotions. And try not to be too fragile or codependent is the message on this card. Lean away from that. You are the Queen of Cups, so you can behave like the Queen of Cups. And lean towards being the King of Wands. So that's being brave, taking leadership over your own life and command of your own fears. Put them aside. It's being bold, having vision, deciding to move forward in life. Lean into your charm, your power, and take control of yourself is what the message is there. That is beautiful. And one more, okay. Yeah, so this is where your psyche, your 12th house, the Pisces house, is getting the sun, lighting that up. So you are coming face to face with your fears. They're not sort of a background program running without you knowing anymore. The light is now shining. You are seeing, you're noticing when you are triggered. You're able to interrupt that and go, well, what am I worried about? I'm a strong individual. I'm this, I'm that, I'm capable, I'm in command of my life in every other area. Why does this one thing trigger me? And you can workshop that. And when you come face to face with your fears, when you shine a light on them, bring them up and have a look at them and think about them, get curious. That's when you go, this is nothing. Imagine this big scary giant. It's just a stupid little annoyance. And you can start to workshop that and get it out. So there is something coming up for you, and it does seem to be in the romantic realm, that will bring you kind of face to face with your fears, and when you look at them, you'll discover they are not so scary. They're not big. You've been blowing this up. Take a risk. Saturn in the first house, the Aries house of leadership, of going forward. So it's about taking control, especially of negative feelings. Saturn can be where fears reside, but when you conquer the fears, that brings strength, and you never have to face that fear again because it's done, you've conquered it. So first house is about you and how you put yourself out into the world. So that is saying take a risk, find your Saturn. So face the fear and conquer it, and you will feel so strong within yourself. Whatever happens, you'll feel so proud of yourself, and it sort of reaches you to another level. If you'd like your own personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. Otherwise, this is Sarah, wishing you all the best as you conquer your fears. You can do it. And wishing you much abundance, love, and joy, of course.